Psalm 44 verse 3 says, "For they did not gain possession of the land by their own sword, nor did their own arm save them. But it was your right hand, your arm, and the light of your countenance because you favored them." In this poignant passage, the psalmist speaks of the supernatural source of victory obtained by the covenant forefathers. As an amateur enthusiast of military history and tactics, I can attest to the unorthodoxy of some of the strategy accounted for in Israel's ancient exploits. The well-versed tactician would never order his columns to traverse a circuit around a target 7 times, with musicians making up the frontmost ranks, and then estimate that the blowing of a shofar would usher in a sure military victory. And yet, this sample of Jericho is among several in which submission and trust in the Almighty yielded a victory that even the most elite band of warriors could not have secured with such efficiency. Here we indeed see that the first step of the genuine bondservant of the Most High rests in obedience, even when the method may seem utterly outlandish. This is again exemplified in the sevenfold Jericho journey. But there are equally important exhortations to follow said triumphs in the Lord. It should go without saying that it should be the Lord who receives the credit and glory for his unwavering faithfulness to his covenant. And yet how quickly we can sometimes forget and give place to the carnal mind. This can be true in dual respects. We may allow ourselves to become puffed up with pride and subsequently go about the fool's errand of the misappropriation of God's glory. Alternately, one may allow the futile fear of the flesh to cloak the profitable fear of the Lord and thereby hinder submission by sprouting damnable seeds of doubt that cause the formerly subservient servant to waver. It therefore serves to guard against both such wayward inclinations that we should maintain a perpetual degree of remembrance, accompanied by the reverent awe of the Almighty. For thereby will be edified and strengthened in resolve to submit fully to the Master's mandates as we recall with clarity the demonstrations of his unfailing faithfulness in times past. This coupled with the assurance that he is the same, yesterday, today, and forever, will establish the heart and see the feeble made as David on the plain of Elah. Contrarily, it shall serve to ground the lofty in mind and keep those puffed up from getting too big for their britches. Fear of the Lord in tandem with the regular recollection of his faithfulness will indeed set the boundaries so essential to walking worthy with the Lord and experiencing his providence to the uttermost.